2XKO just dropped the patch notes for today's patch, and there's a ton of content. So let's try to get through it all and see what's coming in this new patch. We got two whole new champions, Senna and Thresh. We got buffs to characters like Darius and Warwick, nerfs to Ahri, Teemo, small nerfs to Akali, Caitlyn, Echo, and Braum. We got 5 whole new stages, a whole new gameplay mode called The Climb, and of course cosmetics. They just announced the cosmetics today. It's a ton of content. Let's see if we can get through it all. So firstly, we are going to have 2 new events. We're going to have the pool party event, which is going to change the casual lobbies to be, of course, pool party themed. And then we're also going to get a Chipotle event at some point, apparently. They haven't shown much about this yet, but I mean, the lobby looks pretty cool. These kind of events are really fun. I think it was 5 new stages. Yeah, so we're going to get the pool party daylight stage that features a ton of new champions we haven't seen. This, of course, doesn't confirm them for the game, but I think that's Graves in the back, Heimerdinger, Renekton, Misfortune, and I also think Leona is a part of the stage. They just didn't show her. We have the same stage during nighttime, which is really cool. And then we have this Sentinels of Light Armory stage. In terms of core gameplay changes, there's team fight adjustments. We went through these already, but they're just going to nerf team fight all around because it was really toxic and strong, especially in duos. Aside from that, there's not many crazy overall gameplay changes, a few bug fixes, but we do have some champion adjustments. So Ahri is going to get a small buff to her ultimate so that it acts the same in the air and on the ground. And then there's oh my god, that's a ton of nerfs. Okay. If you do a mid-air projectile and don't cancel into something, you have a ton more recovery, so she can't just throw the projectile for free. That's going to change some of her mix-ups, actually. Up forward Spirit Rush, damage has been reduced. Nerfs to her normal attacks, mid-air, medium, heavy, and down heavy. Have a lot less block stun, so they lock you down for less time, I see. Her crouching medium, her down forward heavy have increased recovery frames. Her medium has increased recovery frames. So overall, big nerf to her buttons. She's going to lock you down a lot less easily, which I think is pretty good because she already has the big advantage of her air movement. And then damage nerfs to her orb. Minimum super damage on orb has been reduced. Held, block stun. Okay, this is pretty good. You could just throw the orb in neutral. Yeah, of course, if they don't parry it, you would lock them down. So you can lock them down for less time. Her projectile assist hurt box has been adjusted. Okay, she's easier to hit. Mid-air Spirit Rush now passes through opponents later. This reintroduces a very rare bug where Spirit Rush can cause pushback when cancelled. Okay. Overall, the main nerfs are going to be nerfs to her buttons and the block stun on her air buttons. So her air approach is going to be weaker. And then recovery frames on some of her ground moves. Yeah, those are pretty sizable nerfs for Ahri. She was arguably, well, not arguably, but most people thought she was top 1. I don't know if she needed this many nerfs because I think she was a pretty healthy top tier, all things considered. Annoying, yes, but they decided to give her some pretty hefty nerfs. In terms of Akali, she's also getting nerfed. Crescent Moon Slash mid-air S2 minimum damage and combos has been decreased. Mid-air S2 now increases damage scaling on the first hit. S2 Super has been reduced damage and now generates break meter for the opponent. Her Super Assist damage on initial hit has been reduced, and her OTG pickup with Super Assist now increases combo scaling. I think this is a really good change. The fact that she could just pick up with her Super Assist and get a full combo was really strong. So now you'll be getting hurt less if she decides to go for that route. Blitzcrank buffs. Throw now hits further inside Blitzcrank. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he has more range on his throw? Garbage collection down S2 now hits further inside Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank's throws had trouble catching pass-through moves. It did? Because of the throw hitbox didn't extend far inside Blitzcrank. This has not been corrected. Well, quality of life for Blitzcrank. Rom. Okay, I think this guy is really toxic, but the only nerf we're getting is his back assist is now 10 frames shorter. I see. So mashing into it is not going to be as bad because it lasts less time. His back throw frame advantage has been increased by 5. I see. Very minor stuff to Braum. I wanted to see startup frames on the shield changed, but I guess they want that to be a core part of his gameplay. Caitlyn. Her S2 super damage per hit has been reduced by 10. I don't think that's a big change. Darius is allegedly getting more buffs. Bleed will no longer be removed when opponents hit an assist champion. That was a thing? The bleed debuff was not persistent threat once offense ended while using team play based fuses. Okay. S2 forward S2 no longer drops when used against opponents extremely close to the ground. Okay. Nerfs to Echo. Mega time wander damage reduced. Very minor stuff. I don't think that's going to change him too much. Ilaoi has escaped nerfs. Okay. Ilaoi is by far the best support character in the game. She pairs up so well with so many characters. She's very simple to play, very simple to get value out of, and I'm surprised she dodged nerfs. I know she got nerfed last patch. I think she might be top 1 in the game, especially after those significant Ahri nerfs. I think Ilaoi is the best character in the game. Of course, Senna and Thresh could easily be top 1, and we don't know yet. We'll find out later today. Well, not completely, but we'll learn a lot later today. Buffs to Jinx. S1 no longer adds 1 second to combo scaling. Oh, that's pretty good. That should help her damage a lot. If you don't know, damage scaling for combos is hit stun scaling for combos is dependent on time, as well as how much break it generates is also dependent on time. So this should be a pretty good buff for her. Removing the straight so Jinx can perform the same aerial combo where they're hitting S1 on the ground or in the air. Gotcha. Senna, of course, is not going to have changes. She's new. Teemo buffs. Down back light. Okay, his crouching lights after a normal light will not perform a light follow-up. Previously, if you wanted to follow up with a crouching light, Teemo would finish shooting the 3 darts. Inputting a standing crouching light into a crouching light is now significantly easier. That's pretty good quality of life. If you want to spam darts, you just spam neutral light. Bandle Dash now has slower knockdown speed when hitting opponents low to the ground. Bandle Dash will now drop on the final hit less often. Mid-air down heavy changes. Hitbox has been slightly expanded horizontally. Now knocks down opponents above Teemo faster. No longer hits knockdown opponents. And nerfs. S2. Blockstun has been reduced by 8 frames. Mushroom Blockstrom is being reduced to help combat advanced knockdown play patterns. This is a really big change. This is a huge change. Mushroom Blockstone is very important at high level play. It allowed Teemo to do a lot of crazy stuff. So yeah, his knockdown pressure is nerfed. After a knockdown, it is no longer to perform a mid or down medium into a blocked mushroom into down light. That's very significant. That's very strong nerfs to his pressure up close in the corner. We'll see how Teemo players cope with that, but at the same time, it was kind of like, why is Teemo's point blank pressure was so good? So if he got point blank to you, this trapper zoner character that normally would want to run away from you is now a huge threat. So I think it's moving Teemo in the right direction, but it might be a huge nerf temporarily. I think Teemo pro players will have to think if they're going to take him to Evo now, and I don't think they will. Nerfs to his normals, larger hurt boxes, more block stun, or 16 frames of block stun. They had variable block stun. This has been normalized. I see. It's going to be easier to deal with mid-air darts. Nerf on his S2 super. Damage on his mid-air M2. Charge down heavy has been nerfed. Poison damage has been reduced by big nerfs to Teemo. Most nerfed character. He might actually be more nerfed than Ahri. I mean, they're straight up taking things away from Ahri. I think Ahri can still do similar stuff, just not as good. But Teemo straight up having stuff removed that is crazy. Thresh, of course, is new to the game. No changes. Vi, bug fixes, nothing. Warwick buffs. All throws now generate more bloodlust. Mid-air throws, scaling has been increased or decreased. You'll get more damage off of air throws. Mid-air throw no longer sends Warwick as far back. Can now use forward throw to start the same combo both mid-air and on the ground. Interesting. That's a pretty good quality of life. And Yasuo gets no changes, just bug fixes. I'm surprised Yasuo didn't get anything. I think he deserved like small quality of life buffs. But I feel like they're being very careful with him as well as Echo because of how notorious they were. More bug fixes. Let me see if I see anything interesting. Not really. Oh yeah, the Thresh stage that we saw in his trailer will be available at a later date. Connect on 23. Okay, there's a bug, visual bug. Twitch drops. We are gonna get a free stage if you watch some Twitch this week. So tune into 2XKO on Twitch. Stage Jam Slam is gonna be happening. Tons of people are gonna be streaming it, and you'll get a free stage for it. Of course, earlier today they revealed the pool party bundle. You're gonna have the regular bundle, and then some characters are gonna be getting 2 pool party skins, including Ari, Caitlyn, and Darius. These skins look really great. I particularly like the Pool Party Knights Caitlyn skin. That's a really good one. Senna's gonna have a launch bundle with her Lunar Eclipse Senna, that's what it's called. And Thresh is gonna have a launch bundle with Deep Sea Terror Thresh. The Rift Quest Mega Bundle is coming to the store, so these were, I believe, Season 0 Battle Pass skins. They're gonna be turned into a bundle. Frame Perfect is coming back, and they're gonna add a new chroma. Important to note, if you already bought the Frame Perfect bundle, you're gonna get this chroma for free. And what's important about the Frame Perfect bundle is that a part of the profit they get from this bundle goes towards the prize pool for tournaments. We saw that multiple major tournaments and challenger events received thousands of extra dollars in their prize pool because of the Frame Perfect bundle. So it's going to come back for Evo Vegas. But all in all, that's it for this patch. It's a really big patch. I didn't expect major changes before Evo, but it seems that Teemo and Ari specifically got pretty big changes. I think Alawi's top 1. Senna and Thresh, of course, we don't know. And we probably won't even know properly even by the time Evo comes. But overall, this is a massive, great patch. Again, we're getting 2 whole new characters, a bunch of stages, skins, a whole new PvE mode. It's a roguelite game mode. I made a short about it. But yeah, let me know what you think about these patch notes. Are you excited for Senna or Thresh? Are you excited for the balance in general? We'll have to see later today as I dive into the patch. That's going to be it for today. Peace.